she smile every morning. It smells with dollar, you be in love with a poor man. They say love is pain, so I guess I'm a sore man.
I got a lot of questions because, first of all, I just want to say thank you, bro.
Thank you.
When I first started this station, you was one of the real niggas that fuck with us.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so anytime I do something, you know, I always hit you up.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
This is what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
Can you make it? You know what I mean? Real nigga shit. One of the first songs I'm going to play is one of your songs, man.
Oh, let's get to it then.
It's that Loser.
Woo!
Featuring Amari J.
Amari J, what up?
Give me some background on that, man. How did y'all link up for that?
Shit, Amari J, man, that's the homie for real, man. It's funny, I actually used to work with another artist who put me on to him, another rapper or whatever, and I just, started looking into him a couple years back, but then I actually linked up with him. It was random as fuck. I posted the Loser song my way, you know what I'm saying? With me singing, me whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I just posted it just to see what people would say, and like got a lot of likes and plays on SoundCloud. And I guess somebody put Amari on to the song. So he hit me up ASAP, you know what I mean? He hit me up ASAP, inboxed me. And he was pretty much like, man, hey, I'm trying to be a part of that record, man. Like, you need me to sing it for you or whatever. I'm trying to be a part of that, man.
Right.
That's a go, you know what I'm saying? We can definitely press the button. So I'm like, well, shit, you know what I mean?
Let's make it happen.
I think it was like a week later, maybe less. We was in the studio up at True Sound. And, you know what I mean? It is what it is now, so.
That's good.
Well, we're about to get right into it right now. Loser, Million Power. Amari J.
Let's get it.
It's going down. UptownRadio513.com. Got my man Millions of Power in the building. My co-host Tyan Capri.
Yeah.
Now, the album is called I Ain't Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Give me the background on how you came up with that title.
It's kind of a mixed background. Initially, I was just doing a lot of research and just on some random shit. It ain't got nothing to do with music, but I was looking up just some historical stuff and came across this article on it's a site. I want to say it was yourblackworld.com or yourblackworld.net. But they pretty much was talking about black history and how people don't really focus on it. And just was kind of going into it, but they brought up a fact in there. It was a slave ship called the good ship Jesus.
Right.
And I believe the captain was John Hawkins or something like that. I might be fucking that up. But,
Right.
But anyway, that was like the first slave ship, that brought Africans, to this continent.
Right.
Well, so the story is told. You know what I mean? But I was like, just kind of applying that, fast forward to now was like, pretty much it's a message in every song I make, you know what I'm saying? So my music and just me as a person, you know what I mean? I force people to think for themselves or at least ask them to, challenge them to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that, it's like the correlation is basically I challenge you not to be slave-minded, you know what I mean?
Right.
So when I say I ain't Jesus, that's what I mean, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think I'm saying like I ain't Jesus Christ, I'm not your savior, but it ain't got nothing to do with that for real.
Right.
It's more so just a reference to that slave ship, you know what I mean? So, that's pretty much where it comes from.
Deep. That's real deep.
It is deep.
Yeah.
And I guess I would have never guessed that if I didn't ask you.
Oh yeah.
I would have said all kind of stuff, but that. You know what I mean? But so how long you been in rapping, man?
Shit, I'll say, in my opinion, I would say a year. You know what I'm saying? Only because everything I did before this point, like, it got me here, but
just practice.
It ain't who I am. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's what I've done, but it's not where I'm going. It ain't what I'm about to do. So, like, I could say since 06, you know what I mean? I got people who've been rocking since 06, but I wasn't even taking this shit serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't start really like taking it serious and, studying my craft, perfecting my craft and shit like that until like 2009, going into 2010. So, and even then I was still in college and shit, so I really wasn't, you know what I mean, working 2 jobs and shit. I had shit to do, so I really, you know what I mean, I could say a year, in my opinion, a year, but I got people who've been rocking with me for a couple of years though.
Now you said earlier today, it's almost like you on a press run today.
Oh yeah.
Did you purposely do that, or,
I mean, I ain't do it, somebody did it.
I say it was God. It was in God's
Right.
hand.
You know what I mean? Somebody did it. And And shout out to everybody who's supporting. Definitely appreciate y'all, you know what I mean, for having me.
When you sent me the album, man, is it safe to call it album or mixtape?
Depending on how you feel about it.
I'd call it album.
I think it looks great.
You know,
the graphics and everything. I was hyped when I got it.
It's a little more put together than a regular old mixtape.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I mean, I did that on purpose, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I raise the bar for your mixtape, you know what I'm saying, where you feel like you got to put that on album status, then it's like, the next time you see a nigga with his mixtape, you might not grab it just off of the strength, you know what I mean, or what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if my shit is if you get my shit and it's like, it make you feel like you just got them J's that just dropped, it's like you ain't about to settle for no Saucony's, you know what I mean?
Right.
No Converses, you know what I mean? Shout out to Yeezy, but I'm just saying, you ain't gonna...
Now, is this your first one?
This is my first official, yeah.
First official.
Because I've been knowing you for a couple of years.
Now, if you had an artist that you can work with, who would that be?
Professionally or locally? Locally, shit, I don't work with already half of them that I wanted to work with. And that was a blessing, in my opinion. But artists that I haven't worked with yet, I mean, I'm definitely trying to continue working with the ones I've already worked with, you know what I mean? Shout out to Young Rome, shout out to Sleep with the fraternity.
Right.
Cocaine Chris, Coda Boy. Shit, everybody, man. My boy Marco Mazzi. Goddamn Amari, of course. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to True Sound. My Ink Life family. You know what I mean? Shout out
now,
to
where do you do most of your recording at?
This particular project, most of it was done at True Sound.
Okay.
I rocked with McNiff before he actually moved his shit. But I didn't put that on the project though. I'm saving that for some.
Who did most of the production on this project?
As far as engineering
And producing.
Well, like the beats came from shit.
Anywhere you can grab them.
You know what I mean? Well, like I put some. I redid a Justin Bieber song, and it got like hella plays on SoundCloud.
Right. I know you had the album out for about a few months now. Have you decided on your singles yet?
So I'll let the people decide for real.
What they picking right now?
Evelyn, Dope Fiend. It's been a toss-up as far as third between Turn Down for What and Loser. And then after that, actually the record you told me to drop, Mom, or Money on My Mind.
That's that banger right there, man.
Yeah.
And I listen to the music from a standpoint of creativity, production, creativity, and the work you put into that song. You know, just anybody can write a rap. My daughter can write a rap and put it on the beat and press record. You know what I mean? But when you put that real work into the song, it make it much more enjoyable. So that was one of the ones I love right there.
You know what's crazy though? That Money on My Mind song, like when you hear the title, you know, everybody think, oh, it's gonna be a typical, you know, me talking about some shit I ain't got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just another rapper from the city talking about some shit he ain't living, some shit he ain't got, da-da-da. But like, that song, like both of them verses was actually, like if you really pay attention, both of those verses are poems. You know what I'm saying? I restructured the poems so that I could rap them. You know what I'm saying? People, of course, nobody knew that, but it's like those are really poems I actually wrote after reading Saul Williams' book.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So you very intellectual.
Right, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
But you know what? That keep your topics broad.
Yep.
You know, you won't stay one lane.
Oh yeah.
So what's the next move, man? Like you gonna start getting out here doing a lot of these shows. You gonna put on a little tour. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna put a tour on for myself, man.
Smart.
I started last year. You know, when I officially dropped the mixtape, you know, I hosted my own, you know, release party. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
Yeah. So it's like.
He's a great marketer. Like he's very savvy. He's
we had a conversation when he first started the group, and what he did with the group was amazing. You know, he said, "I'm gonna build my own fan base. Watch this, Bruno," and the man did it.
He's got that blog going.
So
right.
it's definitely great to see artists putting in that work outside of the studio, man. You know.
Yeah.
So you've been trying to move your music. What do you think is keeping the artists back in the city? Like, why haven't we? What do you think? What is your opinion on why we haven't got over that hump?
I would say pure ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
Just pure ignorance, you know what I'm saying? And
from the artist? Or
from anybody.
Anybody.
I mean, this is like, you know, I fuck with Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Eric, you might argue with somebody and shit like that. You might have your little, you know, altercations, but ultimately it's like the people who doing shit constructively, the people who doing stuff positive, y'all gonna link up again. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna rock with each other again. It really ain't gonna be no time missed. You know what I'm saying? But the ignorance is like, for like simple shit. You know what I mean? It's like just the simplest. I mean, you still when you see an artist, you know what I mean, still misspelling 4-letter words. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like
who's gonna give you some money?
Yeah, you feel me? It's like, and then that's another thing. It's like, you know, I'm not really big on like, you know, materialism, but I know what it means to other people though. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to a job in a fucking jumpsuit or some Oshkosh B'gosh type shit. You gonna show up in a suit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like you just present that professional, you know what I mean? You present that professionalism. So it's like being a professional in entertainment, look like a fucking entertainer, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Look like an entertainer, look like you give a fuck about how you came outside today. You know what I mean?
Right,
like
right.
My CD, the packaging, it give you an impression before you even listen to anything. You know
And
what I'm
it
saying?
really does.
So it's like with that, it's like if I came out after that looking like the dude who found that versus the dude who put that out, nobody will fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Like the dude
and that's
who
real
found
shit.
it.
Yeah, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, just everything. Everything's important, man. And people like, when I say ignorance, it's like, people just, you know what I mean? They like not knowing, like people actually like not knowing shit. You know what I mean? They like defending the,
But
you
see,
know.
that's what I thought the meaning of your album meant. Like when you said I ain't Jesus, and like every post you make, you say that, and I figured you meant like, you know, I'm working towards being perfect, but I'm not perfect. That's what I thought it meant.
Hell no.
But I get it now.
It's like you don't hear me though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I mean, if a person take it like that, if that's your impression, then by all means, you know what I mean? Because I can't dictate inspiration. But at the same time, it's like, you know, as far as just, you know, what's holding the city back, like I said, man, pure ignorance. Just on all levels, man, from everybody, man. Like not anybody specific, just
we was talking
everybody.
about relationships too. Do you think you got good relationships with everybody?
I mean, it ain't a relationship unless it's good. So
That's
anybody I
rich.
got, you know what I mean? Anybody I got a relationship with, I mean, you know what I mean? It can't be nothing but positive. Or anybody that's, you know, open to having a relationship with me, it's like it ain't gonna be about no negative shit. You know what I mean? I definitely ain't got time for that.
Now, one of my favorite songs on this project was the new classic.
Why do everybody like that shit? Man?
Now, but this was the song I said I got a problem with one of the lines.
What's the line, man?
There was part of the song where you said, I give a bitch AIDS on purpose.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Not a damn thing, man. It don't mean
Like,
shit, man.
what was the metaphor behind that? Like,
Well, like, like for real.
I know you, so I didn't take it that way, but it's like saying it, you like, wow.
By itself, it's totally disrespectful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's totally irresponsible. But like, I do shit like that to force people to listen. If you taken aback by anything I say, you'll never get the message. But I want it like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's like you have a door in your house for a reason.
The average
man.
listener nowadays is that smart that they're
not.
trying to decipher lyrics. You know, because back in the day, they used to do that. You know, you put a metaphor, a motherfucker try to figure out what you're talking about. Like,
But see, I hope not, man.
you think that's what they doing now still? I think it's that dummy down.
I mean, the majority probably ain't even listening to the rapper at all. They probably just
dancing to the beat.
you know what I mean, walking dead. You know what I mean? Just whatever sound they hear, they just looking towards it. But like, Well, my music is like I was about to say, you know what I mean? You got a door in your house for a reason, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's invited, but everybody can't come in. Right. Not on their own. You know what I mean? It's on your terms. So my music, it only invites people that actually actively listen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the next four bars right after that, like, you know, it sets up the entire
tone. Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if the first lyric, the first, you know what I mean, stanza, fuck that. If the first line throw you off, it's like you was coming in looking for a reason to judge, looking for a reason to be prejudiced. So by all means, take your ass away from the project.
Well, the song powerful, man. You know, when you put it on, you kind of get that king feel about yourself, like you know. So we get ready to get into it right now. The new classic by Millions Apart. He in the building. It's 5 days of Christmas.
Let's get it.
She smile every morning. It smells with dollar. You be in love with a poor man. They say love is pain, so I guess I'm a sore